Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the one and only episode of the Molefax Gaming Podcast, hosted by Raph from Molefax Gaming. Today, we'll be taking a look at the film The Blind Side, which was released in 2009 and is based on a true story. Let's get on with it. The film The Blind Side is set in Onslow, Tennessee, and is a film about the life of Michael Orr, who has gone through many foster homes with no success. Michael is sent to a Christian school and is accepted based on his sporting abilities, but does not know how to speak or learn in a classroom environment, and has never been to a school. With the help of Leanne Tui's generosity, she offers Michael a home to sleep in and helps him get his grades up, and gets him accepted onto the school's rugby team. Michael changes the way that the Tuis act in society, but Leanne gets bullied for taking Michael in by her fellow friends. It ends up that Michael is trained in rugby and wins the match, and CJ, his friend, Leanne Tui's son, sends his tackle in to multiple coaches and has interviews from many coaches wanting him to be on their team. He decides to go to the University of Mississippi and is then asked why, as his parents and tutor attended and fund parts of Old Miss. Michael then goes to his old home suburb and is questioned by a gang leader who bullies him about his then now mother and sister, and then ends up twisting Michael to the point when he beats up the group of them and ends up explaining why he chose the University of Mississippi to the investigator. At the end of the film, they show the real-life Michael Orr and the other members of his family when he is announced as a draft in 2009 for the Baltimore Ravens. Our first question of discussion today is compare and contrast the experiences of Michael and the Tui's representation in the film. Discuss factors such as age, class, and race. So, Michael Orr is racially looked upon when his father is interviewed in the beginning of the film, during the stage of him trying to get into a school. This is because of his scars as well as the color, as he is different and is described in the film later that he sees walls of white and a lot of white people. This is because the Christian school he attends is mostly all white people. That makes him stand out, as well as he does not have any past education in an environment like that. The fact that Michael, as well as being big and black, he is also older than most of the people who went to the school, which means that he also looked at as being an uneducated mess from the teachers, as shown in the staff room scenes throughout the film. The Tuis are represented in the film as being an upper-class family and is shown by their clothes, their property, and their vehicles. The fact that Leanne Tui gets her husband to turn around and go and ask Michael where he's going in the middle of the rain is showing that she is changing because he had no home and he was carrying his other set of clothes. This act of kindness shows that the Tuis were changing thanks to their mother. On to our next point of reference for our discussion today is the question: choose two characters and explain how they conform to or challenge gender stereotypes and explanations of the time. Well, let's say Michael challenges a gender stereotype as he is a male who has been disadvantaged due to never being able to attend school in his past life with his parents, and this is due to issues at home with his mother and father breaking up. This has led him to get the stereotype of being a poor person who doesn't know anything when he listens but can't bring out the information that he's listened to. This also leads to the teachers being stereotypical as he won't ever become something if he fails all of his classes. Michael turns the stereotype around by passing all his classes thanks to the help of Leanne Tui and the tutor she hired, and becomes a great sports player who speaks his opinion openly. This means that from being a quiet male, which also challenges the stereotype, he now has become a very famous school sports player and later on in the film gets selected for the Baltimore Ravens. Leanne Tui conforms to the stereotype of females, but later after taking Michael in, challenges the stereotype of females due to her going out of her way to help people who is just from the streets, and takes him into her home and treats him like one of her own children. This shows us, the audience, that she is a woman who is not just there for looks, but also there to do something that can help people who are going through a tough situation. And this can help show others that if you just ask how someone is, that your actions may help a person to open up, and you yourself could help them in some way. So this is why I think that the character Leanne both conforms and challenges the stereotypes of women. Now onto our final point for today's video. I know this is different to our normal content, but stick around. If you'd recommend this movie to what age group and demographic, why, you can refer to morals, themes, and characters in your response. So, let's get straight back onto it. I'd highly recommend the movie to people to watch in the age range of 12 to 30, as it is a story that can affect the way people see others who may not be as fortunate as others, and could get people to be aware that this can happen for people, and if we help, it can change not only your own life but others too. The demographic can be any country, as it is a movie that is relevant everywhere due to all places in the world having people like Michael homeless with no family and nowhere to go, and the moral of helping others is also very prominent. Thank you guys for listening and watching on YouTube. Please subscribe and stay tuned for next Friday's upload. Hit the bell so you're notified when we upload next, and why not buy a sticker? Link in the description. See you next time.